Good morning, Paul. It's the 16th of January, Monday. Here's the heads up brief for today. In Southeast Asia, today we covered 15 issues. For North Asia, we covered 4 issues. And for the Australasia and Pacific Islands, we covered 2 issues. In South Asia, we covered 17 issues, plus the major issues in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks. Go ahead.
So, Paul, the major issues for you to be aware of before seeing the productions are in Indonesia, at least 3 people, including a foreign worker, were killed following clashes between local and foreign workers at a nickel company in North Morowali Regency in central Sulawesi over the weekend. We don't know the exact reason for why the clashes broke out. Some of the workers were protesting. Protesters also threw stones at security forces and set fire to some of the equipment. Authorities have increased security there now.
Okay, do we know if this is the China-owned and heavily manned with Chinese people from China, or we don't have that clarity yet?
Don't have that clarity yet, but it might be. I'm looking into it, and we'll give you details later. Yeah.
Thanks. Maybe, if necessary, give Dan Bowman a call. Okay.
Yeah, sure, we'll do. Paul, in Thailand, the Move Forward Party will not join the United Thai Nation Party or the Palang Pracharat Party in forming the new government in Thailand. So it will likely remain in the opposition as it is now.
Okay, thank you.
In Thailand also, a Senate committee is seeking to find possibilities to amend Section 158 of the Constitution. This section stipulates that an individual can serve for 8 years as a prime minister. So there is some rumors that they could be doing this to find a way to go around Prayut's ban.
Yep. Thank you.
Australia and Papua New Guinea will conclude negotiations over a security treaty by April, and they'll sign it by June. As part of some of the details released, Australia will help train and fund PNG security forces.
Yep, well, that's the never-ending merry-go-round where they get upset when Australians come in and earn a heap of money, get more allowances than their average security forces earn, and live in highly secure houses and show a somewhat prima donna attitude. So let's see if the Australians have watered down their excessive overseas allowances or found a way that they don't look like spoilt big brother coming in and bossing everyone around. Now, in theory and in the halls of Canberra, this is a good thing. The reality is I don't know how many times they've got to fail it with the same model before they actually think about the model and think about a system that may improve security. Perhaps Australia funding Fijians to come in or Australians funding Maoris to come in, where there's less differences between the people and their way they go about things culturally. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Paul. In South Asia, Paul, 72 people were killed in an air crash in Pokhara, Nepal yesterday. There were no survivors. The reason for the crash is unknown as of yet.
Yep, thank you.
In Pakistan, political tensions are escalating over the local government elections in Karachi and Hyderabad yesterday. There's allegations of vote rigging, and there's likely to be protests in Karachi over the coming week.
Thanks.
Also in Pakistan, farmers are threatening to hold nationwide protests if the government does not remove restrictions on agricultural imports, including machinery and equipment.
Okay, that's interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah. In India, Delhi police announced the arrest of 2 terror suspects who plan to apparently target right-wing Hindu leaders separately. One is linked to a Pakistan-based terror group. Another is linked to an organization operating out of Canada.
I just missed where would the arrests made?
In Delhi.
Okay, thanks.
Lastly, Paul, in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region, in London today, there will be a protest to defend the right to strike. They'll rally near 10 Downing Street from about 6 p.m. local time. Now, this comes in response to Rishi Sunak's government saying that it will ban industrial and strike actions in response to the cost of living crisis.
Yes, well, let's see how that turns out for his government. in what purports to be the greatest democracy of all. I don't think this is going to be the last right to demonstrate or right for industrial actions we see. I mean, it's kind of absurd, isn't it? It's the entitled upper class deciding it's all good for them, so it should be all good for everybody because they're in charge and they know what everybody needs. Let's see how that unfolds. Just like Hong Kong, that everyone in Hong Kong thought they were British because they'd had British police and some government, some executives from England. So surprise, surprise, they weren't. They're part of China, and I suspect it'll go the same way in London. You can't decide that the poor can't take action when you mistreat them and put them into a position through your own policies and your own partnerships. Thanks for that, Uday. I think that's inevitable where that's heading.
Right, Paul. That's the brief for today. Anything else from you?
No, that's brilliant. Thanks. Great brief. Cheerio.
Thanks.